really good one is Molly Tuttle on the Golden Highway. I've had the privilege to photograph them this March at the Charleston Bluegrass Festival, and there are three women in that band that are just absolutely phenomenal. Molly's an amazing picker. She's incredible flat picking, and their upright bassist is also a female, and their fiddle player is also a female, Shelby and Bronwyn. So it's just really cool too for that moment to kind of collide for me. It's emotional. To like photograph them was just really cool. I think that was that. But yeah, it was really surreal to kind of like have my two worlds like truly melt like that, like female artists on the stage.
Absolutely.
And getting to shoot them or photograph them.
How did you manage that? I mean, how did you approach that? How were you allowed to do that?
It's crazy. I just really took a shot. I've gone to Poorhouse is my favorite venue in Charleston. It's like my home and probably where I found my love for jam music. Especially living down there. Like if I didn't have anything to do, I didn't want to go out to the bars and stuff like that. I would just wander into Poorhouse and go to shows. So I started listening to a lot more shows and different artists I'd never heard of there. And then there's a band I was kind of interested in that was playing. And I just DM'd the venue a couple of times. And they actually left me on red. And I was like, this is it. I was like, well, I never really thought this is it. Like, I always knew that I could get the opportunity if I could just speak with them. I just kind of had that sense of feeling like that I could get it. If I could just get the opportunity too, that I would do a good job and I would be able to come back. So I knew when they said no, I was like, well, I'll just try again later. I still ended up going to that show. Well, they didn't say no. They just left me on red.
Right.
I still ended up going to the show that I asked about and had on a Billy Strings sweatshirt or t-shirt or something and got into a conversation with somebody else there that had one on. Had no idea, and I got home. And a few days later, I received, someone followed me on Instagram, and then he sent me a message, and he was like, hey, it was the same guy that I was talking to, had the Billy Strings sweatshirt on as well. And he was like, hey, it was really nice meeting you the other night. I'm actually the marketing director for Poorhouse. We would love to have you out and shoot a couple of shows and like see how you do. I was like, say no more.